I think the GST is a very long-awaited reform in the company's tax code. I think we've all been waiting for it for quite some time. Ideally, yes, it should have been slightly more easier at the transition point, but I think it's a step in the right direction. More importantly, just having a unified tax structure and tax code will help all of us not deal with too many different governmental organizations, but have a central place where we can do all our compliance work to do all our compliance work for. I think things could have been managed better in a way. There is still a lot that is left to be finalized. There's still a lot of discovery left to be done. I think, to be honest with you, having two separate things, one for state and one for IGST, should not have been the case if the country is moving towards a single tax code. Let the government at its time decide how to distribute revenue, but it should have just been one GST thing. But I think overall, it is a step in the right direction. I think consumers are going to benefit, businesses are going to be benefited. Being able to ask for input credits for both service tax as well as VAT is definitely a boost for the industry. I think it's interesting. The first couple of quarters is still going to be very discovery driven. No one knows what the compliance overheads are going to be, especially for a company like us, which is a marketplace, which is not a direct seller. There are a couple of complexities in terms of filing returns, ensuring that they match with our sellers. It's going to be interesting, but we're excited of the fact that it is a step in the right direction. So the biggest challenge in implementing GST was that no one knew exactly what to implement in GST. I think everyone is in a discovery mode, right from tax experts to other companies to even ourselves. Everyone is still discovering. I'm sure even Arun Jaitley himself is still discovering of what challenges there are. But for us as a marketplace e-commerce business, the complexities are actually slightly greater. It's not just our compliance to GST, but we also have to align our implementation with our brands and our sellers. And we're still small in the fact that we have only about 200 to about 300 sellers. I can imagine for other marketplaces who have 2 lakh sellers, what their compliance nightmare would be. So I think for us, the largest challenge is aligning ourselves with the brands and with the sellers on how they are implementing GST and ensuring that our implementation is well aligned with every single one of them. In our business model, we have a very large amount of interstate transactions also that we process. So ensuring that all those sellers at all the point of sale, they are equipped with IGST as well as SGST plus CGST has become quite a nightmare, and something that we have to work very closely with our sellers to implement. From May onwards, the first thing we did is start working with some of the clients that we have, the larger ones like Madura Fashion and Lifestyle, Reliance Brands, because those are the companies who have been lobbying with the government and representing the sector and the industry towards creating norms and rules around GST which would be for the betterment of the sector. First, sitting with them, understanding how they are implementing it, getting their feedback was supremely critical to our implementation of GST. We then spoke to a bunch of tax experts from not just the big 4, but even boutique firms who have worked with e-commerce companies. We spoke to our peers such as the Amazons and the Snapdeals and the Flipkarts to understand how they are implementing GST, because their implementation becomes a precedence for the industry, since they are the large companies, since they are the trailblazers of sorts. So that was a discovery phase for us. After that, we had started looking at a lot of online encyclopedias per se for GST. However, we realized that everyone has interpreted GST in a very different manner. So we took a call on only looking at CEBT as the resource for all knowledge on GST, and internally in the company creating a task force which is comprising of people from the ops team who manage the on-ground order fulfillment, to people from the accounting and finance team, to people from the brand team who manage the clients and work with the brands and sellers, to people from the product team who actually have to go down and code the GST structure and implementation and applicability on Fynd orders. And these 4 or 5 people came together and distributed responsibilities on every small piece where the GST impact could be there for Fynd. And over the last 2 weeks, we've started rolling out these changes, reaching out to brands, to updating their GST INs, to understanding HSN code based tax structures, to understanding RICO based and compliance based impact that we have to do, and finally coding that into the product. In a nutshell, it was using certain individuals who can answer pointed queries and pointed questions to allay our doubts, and then creating a task force internally to roll this out.